What's good, y'all? The Cincinnati Music Festival drama has gotten worse. We on the road to 100K, okay? If you ain't hit that like button, subscribe button, and turned on all notifications, slap the dog shit about yourself, because that's the first thing you should have did when you clicked on this video. First Cut Cam is in the building, man. Check this out. We live on YouTube and Twitch right now as I'm recording this video. Need y'all to go follow me on Twitch, because once the Twitch get popping, I'm abandoning YouTube. I'm retiring. Y'all ain't gonna see me on here no more. So if you fuck with me, that's the only place you gonna catch me, bro. Simple. Shouts out to O'Shea Duke Jackson. Let's see what it's hitting for.
You guys didn't know. There's been a big racial divide going on with the Cincinnati Music Festival. I covered it on the channel the other day, and now there have been some updates in the story. Again, what I see for the majority is blacks taking the side of the blacks that jumped the whites. And then now you're seeing on social media what the white community is saying about it.
Let's turn to another issue that's hardly being covered by the mainstream media, and that is the Cincinnati Police Department has now launched an investigation after a group of thugs were filmed beating a man and a woman to the ground. Authorities have charged at least 5 suspects after that violent attack that took place in downtown Cincinnati. Jeff, you know, it's horrific. Why is this not getting the coverage that it deserves?
It's sad. It really should. And I have to say, it could very well be a
You know
hate
why?
crime.
You know why? Because the white man started it.
It could be racially motivated. The victims were white. The attackers were black.
Oh, is that right?
This is
right?
absolutely tragic. You know what's really the worst part about it? You had 100 people that were around.
Is that
You
right?
had people filming.
Is that right?
You had people yelling and screaming and chanting and encouraging the attackers.
Is that right?
Only one person out of all of those folks called 911.
Yeah.
And that just is a real sad indictment of what is going on in some of our cities in the United States.
And you heard what the lady said. The lady said that these group of young men were thugs. Now, I listened to that language, and this is important to notice that because Fox News is saying something very similar. Now, if you guys remember, Hulk Hogan recently passed away. When Fox News covered Hulk Hogan passing away, they mentioned nothing about his racist past of calling blacks the N-word and saying stuff. They didn't mention it at all, right? And everybody else in the black community is bringing this up. Now, when you look at the white situation in Cincinnati, Fox News and other conservative outlets are playing this game as if these thugs dumped this white guy, right? And again, without even looking at any other evidence. Now, again, if you can go to Tariq Nasheed's X account, you will see exactly what happened, all right? I don't want to post that here on YouTube because of the fighting and all that, but Tariq Nasheed has also added some more information.
There's a video, there was an altercation, and the right-wingers, they show a certain part of the clip. They show black folks whooping down on some white people. And boy, they try to spin the narrative. Oh God, a white couple, an innocent white couple was jumped by a mob of blacks after the Cincinnati Jazz Fest. They kept saying that. They kept framing it like these innocent, random white people just got jumped on by some mean, racist blacks.
Right.
And they were circulating this around all of the Charlie Kirks and all of them, all of the suspected white supremacists online. They just been having a field day. Excuse me. And I knew something was up because the way they were getting whooped on, I'm like, yeah, there's something else to it. There's something else to it. And sure enough, there was. I got the real footage. And what really happened, these white guys were, I think, somewhere downtown Cincinnati. And y'all heard me talk about Cincinnati before. Cincinnati is a city full of foundational Black Americans. Cincinnati has always been a city that's always been with the shit. Those are the black folks you don't really want to mess around with. I done said this a million times. I rock with Cincinnati. You know, they brought me out for a lecture years ago. I had a ball out there. I love Cincinnati. Those are some real, for real, stomp down FBAs out there that you don't really want to fuck around with, to keep it a bean.
Are you like the millions of Americans who have recently opened up their auto insurance bill only to ask the question?
And remember, recently, there was a group of white supremacists who tried to go to a black neighborhood to do a little march, and they got ran off the block by the brothers and sisters out there. They ran their ass smooth off the block. But what happened was these white dudes were basically instigating. They went into a crowd of black folks downtown Cincinnati, threatening to fight random black guys. And a lot of people were ignoring them. And from what I've seen on one of the early videos of the initial altercation, these white guys were Russian, from what I understand.
Oh,
Somebody
is that
said,
right?
yeah, these Russians, these Russians, so these were some Russian white dudes threatening to fight
ain't no way some
random
American white folks would have done that. I don't believe that. Knowing they outnumbered like that, bro.
black people.
And it was only really one man that was really standing on business. The rest of them was scary. They wasn't trying to fight. Once the smoke happened, they disappeared. I didn't see them in the video.
From what I've seen, the black people kind of ignored them. Like, these white people are crazy. But the white folks kept arguing with black folks. One of the white dudes hauled off and slapped a black man in the face.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, slapped
So you know
dude
where
in the
that
red
shit
shirt.
went. They mobbed down on all of them. They beat the brakes off these white people.
Yeah.
They stomped them.
Yeah.
And when I saw that, I'm like, what in the world would make a white person think they're gonna slap
See
a black?
now the video did start like that of him slapping the black dude. Now that's what started the fight. We can damn for sure say that. There's no telling what started the initial conflict though. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no telling how that really happened. But from the video standpoint, yeah, the black people took it far, you know, and really jumped them, and they was defenseless at a point in time and really outnumbered, and yeah. But at the same time, that white man started that shit, bro. He started that shit, man. He swung first. You know you're outnumbered. That's just not even a smart move. It's just retarded. I think charges should be dropped, bro. I don't think no one should be charged in this. Just let it be. Police shouldn't need to start doing that, bro. But they won't make no money. They do stuff like that.
Person in Cincinnati around other black people? Like, what in the world made them think that was going to be a good idea? And when they said that the guys were Russian, I said, oh, okay, that kind of makes sense. They didn't know.
So what we have found out is that the white people that are involved in this are not American whites. Okay? What it looked like to us and anybody who saw it was, okay,
they some
whites,
Russian plants,
these
bro.
are white Americans.
They said, oh, the news tried to say, oh, it wasn't related to the jazz festival. Yeah, the fuck it was. Why the hell don't white people even down there, bro? Let's be real. Like, I'm not saying white people can't go to the festival, whatnot. They can't be downtown. But they really ain't have no reason. What's popping downtown is nothing for you. This time around. You know? It just is what it is, bro. Jazz is black, nigga. Blues music, that's black.
And anybody who saw it was, okay, these are white Americans getting beat up by black Americans. But in fact, these are Russians. And so
right. They probably fucking plants, bro. This probably for the media. They probably planted them Russians in that bitch. Go crash out. That's what they do anyways.
White dudes just walk up and just kick up some black dudes.
Shit.
It's possible, but it's not likely. White Americans is going to probably have that thing on them too. And we do understand, shout out to my Ohio brothers and sisters, I have heard that Ohio is one of the most racist places in the country.
Is that right? Yeah.
It's
maybe.
like historically like that. I know Cincinnati, a lot of blacks in it, but I've heard Ohio is like, look.
I know
white
Cincinnati
folks out there
had a
ain't
lot
really
of blacks.
playing like that. Like, Ohio got its racist, okay? But that being said,
All this
these
shit
are not,
racist, nigga.
white Americans. They're Russians, according But it just goes to show you.
Don't matter they're white. No,
HoneyBook
it
actually
wouldn't
is
even,
our
it does
third
not
employee.
matter they're
HoneyBook
white.
Automations has
You
been
see an African
extremely
out here.
beneficial to our business.
You see an African out here robbing a store, you're gonna say that's a nigga. The fuck?
Whenever black versus white comes out, people don't really ask no questions. That's something that we should understand. Those dudes could have been not black American, something else, and
Yeah, this
the
could have
white
been Africans
dudes ain't
and
gotta be
Russians.
white American. But we already gonna take sides. We're predisposed to take sides. Now,
Yeah.
some folks will call it
Nature.
down the middle, but you can't agree to that. When somebody is in the video and that person is of your lineage, we already know what the Caucasians are gonna do for the most part. They are going to say, oh, look at these thugs. But I'm going to tell you what I saw.
Right,
And again,
like you
in the
did.
video, I saw a man slap a dude. He was kicking the dudes. It was trying to kill. At first, it was kind of like a play, not a play fight, but you know, it's like one of those little fights I see.
Yeah,
in
just
Africans
get
down the
started,
street.
huh?
Dudes trying to just kick each other, whatever, just trying to, you know, just doing something silly. He slapped the dude in the face. As Tariq was saying, when you slap somebody black, now we talking about younger people though. Like,
Didn't even
we're not
punch
talking
him,
about you
slapped
slapping
him.
somebody 40, 50. You slapping somebody young. And again, he gave credence and respect to the fact that you're dealing with somebody from Cincinnati, the 513. They don't really play like that out there. It's not what you're looking for. I know Cincinnati don't get the same level of respect as like Chicago, and it ain't on the same level as even St. Louis to a certain degree. But you can get your stuff knocked in Chicago, in Cincinnati though. It's real out there. Everybody know that. Everybody in the black community know.
It's
when you
real
hear about Cincinnati,
everywhere.
it's like, oh, it's a lot of dudes, black dudes out there. Yeah, it is. Oh, Cincinnati, no, I'm good. I'm straight. Cleveland, no, I'm straight. You're asking for it, okay? And again, I see all these people getting mad in the comments. Listen, man, if I go and slap a white person in Poland, you're going to get mocked. Like they'll beat you till you pass away, then beat your spirits out of you. All right, you got enough room to diffuse the situation on his end. Okay, yes, I get it. Somebody should have just ran, look, we got to go, leave this guy alone or whatever. You can say that on both sides. It has to get to that. And especially, again, a woman getting hit in the face, I'm not feeling that at all. I'm just not feeling that, right? She got clocked. She was defenseless. And that's what's really
After she got
people
snuck
up in arms because, again, a woman got hit. Like clocked, all right? That's what really made it bad on the side of the blacks. It wasn't just one of them old school mop-ups. All right, he's done. Let's just go. No, the Cincinnati dudes, y'all just had to just beat everybody. Y'all overdid it a little. Y'all overdid it a little bit. I'm gonna tell you the truth. That was some world star type of stuff. All right, now that y'all need to ask God to forgive y'all for that. It was over because the way he clocked that lady, I'm talking about it was like a roundhouse Zangief Street Fighter 2. Like, you remember he used to press all the buttons and make him do like the little Zangief spin. You hit him with that Zangief spinning clothesline, and it was just all the way bad. And you see it right there on the string. It was like that. So that's what really made it bad that a woman got hit. And we got to understand that's the issue. But at the same time, I'm going to tell y'all this, all right? You're a white person. You get into it with a group, a young black. They're like in their 20s, 25s. You going back and forth with them, you in a lot of trouble, all right? I'm 40. If I do that, I'm in a lot of trouble, right? Like, you got to be able to protect yourself. Do you know who you're dealing with? I'm in a lot of trouble, okay? Y'all got to feel like, what's the problem with them? And then if you start with some people, then you're the thug. Again, I'm going to keep saying this. You can't act and hope that somebody responds to you favorably when you be on BS. Don't nobody owe you nothing to respond to you favorably. You go out and do something and you be down bad, nobody is going to respond to your ass favorably. You about to get that work straight up and down. You at a festival, people been drinking. You don't get your ass knocked. You don't get your ass knocked out straight up and down. Especially in a city like Cincinnati, you got 45% blacks. You go to Oakland with that. You go to Philly with that. You're gonna get mopped up, hands down. Because you got dudes in that crew who don't care about consequences. What do you mean caring about going to jail? Them dudes, if they cared about going to jail, they wouldn't have been over there overdoing it. They don't care. But plus, you already swung on them, so now they feel justified. They're not gonna know that when they're whooping your ass, they gonna go to jail for that. They feel like it's a fight. It's a fight's going down. Like when you, and it's going down and your adrenaline pumping, you're not sitting there asking nobody about, well, what about? Why did you keep going? Nah, you gonna figure that out later. I think I'm fighting for my life. And some people gonna take it there. They gonna fight to the end. You can't stop them. So, what do I tell anybody? Black, white, red, orange, otherwise. Keep your hands off people. If you don't want to get your ass whooped, Keep your hands and feet off people. Learn how to walk away. All right, y'all got it, man. My bad. You got a family. You got a wife. Don't go out there and get your mama and them get their ass all knocked out. It don't make no damn sense. Stop playing around like that. You're doing way too much. You're doing exactly way too much. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy Yoshi
Big facts, bro.
Another episode of
Big facts, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. We on the road to 100K, okay? If you ain't hit that like button, subscribe button, and turned on all notifications, slap the dog shit about yourself. Because that's the first thing you should have did when you clicked on this video. I'll get at y'all on the next one, and I'm gone. TYP the 9.